Hello once again, audience, and I'm like pretty sick. And probably shouldn't be uploading this, but you can't stop me. That's why I haven't been uploading very much recently. So this should be just a really quick. Like, I want to aim for 10 minutes since most actual analysis videos are 40 minutes. And I just want to point out the things that I feel like I haven't seen other people say because I have an inflated ego and I, a novice, know more than some sweaty man child in his 40s that has a Mifa body pillow. So let's go. Um, I mean, this should be pretty quick. I'm just gonna go through and point out interesting stuff. We saw that in an early trailer. That's a spiral thingy. What? No, no idea what it is. There's a better image of it. As before, Death Mountain is like spewing mouth, spewing malice. And I'm gonna be spewing malice. I mean vomit out of my mouth for a little bit. These are the weird flying enemies they were in a previous trailer. Um, these, it's hard to tell. Are these the Sheikah Towers? It's kind of hard. If they are, that's interesting because they were off the face of the map in all previous trailers. I just got a notification from Twitter. I almost want to vomit in my mouth for just saying that sentence. This is just more things. It's unclear why there are these like blue particle effects. It might just be night and it's like aesthetic because it is kind of pretty. So this is mining. These does appear to be underground. It's really hard to tell, but if it is, then that's sort of a sign that like, hey, there is gonna be underground content. These just look like Lizalfos, and this just looks like a bokoblin. More of that. This right here. I'll play it for a second. It's got wings. It got 3 heads. It got 4 legs. It's got a tail. That is very. No, the reason why. Okay, this right here is actually why I wanted to make this video because I hadn't seen anyone talk about it. That is very, very obviously that is a Gleeok. Die. That's a Gleeok. I know it's appeared in a couple of the 2D Zelda games. Like I know there's an instrument called a Glockenspiel, and there was a Gleeok Glockenspiel in Cadence of Hyrule. I know I'm making myself sound like a retard for just saying that, but guess what? It's never been in a 3D game before, and I know it from the first one. I'll include pictures of relevant stuff. I'm sure I already have been, but maybe I haven't been. I'm not sure. This is obviously the bridge over Lake Hylia. The like dragon flies through here. The noodle one. This is like a proper high. Well, it's not a Hydra because it obviously has wings, but this doesn't actually matter. So this is in the top right corner of the map. I can't remember because my brain is tarded. It's just one of the tech labs. Blood Moon. Yay. Try to look for anything interesting to point out. No. This is a Blood Moon. Wow. Okay, this is just epicness. You can see this explosion. 2 things. First off, it's really similar to the part when whatchamacallit, when Zelda's actually sealing Ganon when they show it. Well, Dark Beast Ganon. It's like not actually Ganon. It's Malice form. But you can also see at the center of this explosion, there's something in there. It kind of looks like a Lionel with guardian arms coming out of it, but I don't freaking know. It seems very intentionally obscured by, like, they didn't want you to see that. That's another thing. What else we got? I hope I'm annoying you. I don't know why you're still watching the video. Okay, we got some rubble coming down. There's an explosion coming out of, this is where Zelda's like diary room is specifically. Well, it's not really explosion, it's just a piece coming off the castle, but like so that's the thing. This is the Great Plateau. They haven't showed that in any form since then. There's obviously a lot more malice going around. That's about all I can really say. I don't see any green swirls in the background, but those appeared in other trailers. Temple of Time, I mean, it kind of looks the same. These guys don't just have horns, they have like actual swords coming out of their heads for some reason. So that's cool. We love sword heads, right? Um, okay. This, it just shows monsters getting summoned. So you have a Bokoblin, a Gleeoks, you see a Lizalfos. This guy, it's a Redead. He's from Ocarina of Time and Wind Waker. I'm making myself out to be a loser. Yeah, oh god. I actually hadn't taken a proper look into it. You know what I'm trying to say. There's a Moblin back there as well. I mean, it looks different, but that is definitely a Redead. It might be, no, that is not a give though. That wouldn't make any sense. I do hope just like some prancing around through a field. They haven't shown anything of dungeons, and that's something they really need to like have. People hadn't seen any Sheikah technology. You know what? Oh, I actually, the first time I saw this, I thought they were about to attack Link, but it's holding this part up. I kind of think this is like some sort of upgrading station or something with like arms. Auto Octavius comes out to like help you. Obviously kind of like, the great fairies, they like grab and molest Link and he looks super scared. This might be like that, but he might actually be justifiably scared. He's not being grabbed by a woman. This is just a bunch of Bokoblins, except we got a fat one in the back that's because he's not a Moblin. That reminds me a bit more in Skyward Sword. The design of the Moblins was like a lot more fat. So that reminds me of that. Possibly more underground gameplay because that exists. I don't know what this is swinging between his neck. It might be like a green luminous stone, but it's just a Gleeoks chasing after you. This looks like Breath of the Wild. Wow. What else we got up in this shit hole? Glowing grass for some reason. It looks very nice, just running through a field. Another look at the flying guys who can dive bomb and kamikaze with some Bokoblins. That's very amazing. We have some an African American Moblin and some red Moblins. So then, similar to the other mech creature we saw in the sky, this is just another mech creature thingy. This time it looks a lot like wow, he's doing a flip for Spider-Man Homecoming, but whatever. Yeah, this is cool. You see the mech stuff, same like green stuff inside, as you'll see later on. This is a picture of this is not a picture, this is a video. There are actually multiple pictures. That's how video is made, of Ganondorf. Just more of Castle. Wow. His head upside down. Nothing really too new. Wow, he's Link. He is sure all right. Whole bunch of the islands. Some of these are weird. Like this is like echoing down. It's really weird. Whatever. But it's just gonna turn like into a Mario platformer up here. That's what happened, right? Once again, they still haven't showed anything in terms of dungeons, and that is something that's like the last thing to tick off the list, I guess. I think so, at least. I'm not sure. What else we got up in this bee hole? Some weird glyphs on the ground. That's perfectly normal. We got an eagle. Another tower that is just different. I don't think that's like the ones you saw earlier. Maybe it is. I have memory of Dory / Ellen DeGeneres. I don't treat Dory as a character. Wait, what was that? Hold on. Hold the frickin' fruck. I don't know what this thing is. It might just be an enemy camp, and I paused on it way too long. We can just sort of like surf dive, whatever you want to call it, grind on rails. Grind, the word has been ruined for me. We have arrows that like home in on things so that we don't have to use our gyro aiming. Except, wait, we still have to use our gyro aiming because there's this, which is amazing. So this is more underground gameplay looking like it. It's hard to tell. If this is Link's hand and people I'm assuming this is Zelda's hand, then it kind of seems like Zelda dies at the beginning and she's just gonna be a ghost during the game. Not sure. This might also just not be Zelda and might be a tease. This also might not be Link. Who frick? Who freaking knows? It's pretty clear that it probably is Link's hand though, because like his hand does look just like that. Maybe there's a Zelda clone and a Link clone, and there's just like two of them floating around. He's got his pin particles on his bracelet, like in Avengers Endgame. Here's the next thing that like I saw people like whoa, but they didn't actually like, say anything. So he very clearly pulls a wheel out of the water, and then in the next shot you see him driving a car with that wheel attached to it. So, and this is the green energy thing that was powering the mech as well. I'm dying. Okay. So a needle point thread. There's like, can we build vehicles? It's gonna go like full scrap mechanic. If you just put headlights. Ah, yes. This lever pushes forward. Hot air balloon. That doesn't feel like something you would build as much, but maybe it is. There's something floating over here. More mouse coming out of Death Mountain. Oh, there's an island in the background. People were wondering if they were gonna extend the borders of the map so that you could get to the islands that are like outside Invisible Wall. Here's more. It's the same lever that was on the car, but now you're controlling this. Definitely seems like you can build vehicles now. That's a big ball. Yeah, so that's amazing. More running. Another one of those towers. Another one of those towers. Not exactly sure. Some sort of enemy camp. And then it shows the title, which, I mean, people, this isn't new, but obviously the Master Sword is broken. In one of the previous things they showed like Light trying to repair it, maybe, assumably, who fuck knows. It's Master Sword mixed with, you know what, you don't need to do this. There's an Ouroboros but with two snake dragon things, both eating each other. That's what I call even Steven. Here's the kingdom. Wow, do you get it? It's double meaning because the kingdom is probably crying and there's tears coming out of the ground. Isn't that fun and quirky? Okay, so then you see the end. Wow. So after Zelda falls, you see he like jumps down to save her. It's gonna be like Spider-Man 2, where she dies because Spider-Man breaks her neck. 512. Thank God they didn't delay it, or else a shotgun would get really close to my mouth, closer than I'd be comfortable with. Unless it was delayed, then I'd be very comfortable with it. Whoa, this game's made by Nintendo. So yeah, there's also Even Steven. Hold on. So there's also Even Steven. It's May. Wow, it's May 12th. Wow. There's also Okay, so it's a collector's edition. So the normal game I think is $70. This is 130. Wow. So art book, steel thing, pin set. Wow, it's like generic things that fat, obese men in their 40s will probably love. And then the other thing is, wow, an amiibo. They showed this, what the amiibo are doing. Okay, so they showed what the amiibo are doing, which honestly isn't that amazing, but it's still pretty cool. Oh, what? You want? Oh, what? Come on, how much have they tweeted in the past 24 hours? This is not okay. So yeah, wow, this amiibo. Oh my God, who foresaw that? But yeah, so like, oh wow, you'll get a fancy sailcloth and a fancy sailcloth. the only cool one I think is this one. It's the sailcloth from Skyward Sword. That's the only one of these that actually like makes sense. I want clay. So they haven't showed what all of them looked like. It's like, I'm curious, because you know, Wolf Link, is it just gonna be like a wolf skin? That'd be kind of horrible to look at. So when I want a claymation glider, I want that too. Well, this has been I have a big ego.com/central. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna go using cold medicine. Click annotation top right to watch next video. I really want Wolf Link amiibo. Boop.